Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lane, and if you didn't know, I'm kind of a weirdo who thinks about Pokemon probably way too much, and I've started a series here where I've talked about the signature Pokemon of important characters throughout the Pokemon series. We've made it through Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh, and we are going to stay in the Sinnoh region for a moment, and we're going to break from the usual pattern that we have, and we're going to go to the Hisui region. So we're going to cover all of those important characters throughout the Hisui region and have a good time doing it. So yeah, if you do enjoy this content, go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, comment, do all the fun stuff. And with that, let's get started. And of course, we are going to go ahead and include some rules, just so that I don't get in trouble for not including trainers like Youngster Joey. So each character does need to have a special character model. That way I'm not doing every single trainer that's out there. No more than 3 Pokemon type for the highest level, so this doesn't really come into effect super frequently in this video. However, in past videos there have been trainers who have had like 4 different Pokemon all type at the same highest level, and that does make it a little bit more difficult for us to see any patterns, so I'm going to limit it at 3. And then we are going to look at their last in-game battle before the Elite Four, I guess in this one, before the end of the game, and then any rematches after the fact. And then lastly, I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm only going to be doing the trainer's first appearance in the series. So even though Ingo technically does appear in this game, he is not going to be in this video. He is going to be covered in the Unova video. In this video, I am going to go ahead and cover a fine assortment of trainers that are in the Hisui region. That being the Galactic team members, we have Diamond Clan members, we have Pearl Clan members, we have the Misfortunes, and then of course some other Galactic team members, as well as a Ginkgo Guild member. We will start with the commander and boss of the Galaxy team, that being Commander Komodo. His first battle that we are going to discuss is the battle at the Temple of Sinnoh, where he is fought during the initial climax of the game. Here his strongest Pokemon is his level 62 Snorlax. The next battle that we are going to discuss will be the one in the Jubilife Village, where again his Snorlax will be his ace, this time at level 66. Next time he does appear as part of the Path of Tenacity, where you can clear this multiple times with his Pokemon getting stronger each time, like with anyone who participates here. In his final team, his strongest Pokemon will be his Snorlax again at level 79. In every single battle, his ace is his Snorlax, which makes this his signature Pokemon. Next we have Silene of the Galaxy team. Her signature Pokemon is pretty easy to place because she only has one Pokemon and she's never battled throughout the game, so this Pokemon is her Abra, which is her signature Pokemon. Next we move on to one of my personal favorite characters in all of Pokemon, the leader of the Diamond Clan, Adaman. I mean, look at this guy. Look at this guy. I love this guy. Love this guy. Adaman's first battle is in Jubilife Village, where his strongest Pokemon is his level 34 Leafeon. This Leafeon returns in the post-game battle at Lake Valor, where it has been increased up to level 64. Then in the battle at the Ginkgo Landing, where you must use Origin Form Dialga, he will use his Leafeon at level 65. Then his final battle in the Path of Tenacity shows him using a level 75 Leafeon. It should be pretty obvious that Adaman's signature Pokemon will be this Leafeon. We move on to the first Warden we meet, which is May of the Diamond Clan. In her initial battle at the Deer Track Path, her only Pokemon is her level 10 Munchlax. Then in her rematch at the Training Grounds, her Munchlax returns at level 64. Anyone else catch on that she uses a really slow Pokemon while her relative Marley is the stat trainer who specializes in speed? That's funny, right? Lastly, I did want to mention that the Pokemon she serves as Warden to, that being Weirder. With all these appearances, we can see that Munchlax is going to be her signature Pokemon. We next have the fabulous Arizu of the Diamond Clan. Arizu is actually never battled in the main story, but is part of the Battle of Tenacity, where in her final battle, her ace Pokemon will be her Hisuian Lilligant at level 73. Then of course we will also mention the Pokemon she is in service to, which of course is the Noble Lilligant. With these appearances, we can see that her signature Pokemon is her Lilligant. Next we have Warden Eastskin of the Diamond Clan, who is part of the best forbidden love story that Pokemon has to offer. He is never actually battled in-game and not actually shown to own any Pokemon either. He is, however, in service to Basculegion, which I believe would be a great pairing for him as his signature Pokemon. We next have one of the more annoying Pokemon characters, Melee. His Stuntank is his strongest Pokemon in the rematch in the Moonview Arena at level 44. In his final battle in the Path of Tenacity, his Stunk Tank is his ace again at level 74 this time. Then of course he is also in service to his Hisuian Electrode. With all these appearances, we can see that Stunk Tank is his signature Pokemon. We have the final Warden of the Diamond Clan, Sabby, the youngest Warden in the games. Sabby's first battle is in the Snow Point Temple, where her Rhyperior leads her team at level 50. In her rematch in Jubilife Village, she is shown to have her Rhyperior again, this time at level 65. Then of course we can't forget her Hisuian Braviary, which she is in service to as Warden. With all these Pokemon, we can see the most commonly used Pokemon is her Rhyperior, making this her signature Pokemon. We now move on to the leader of the Pearl Clan, Irida. She can be battled at the Beachside Camp, where her Pokemon is a level 30 Glaceon. In her first post-game battle, her Glaceon has been raised up to level 64. This Glaceon is also her ace in the 1-on-3 match where the player only uses Origin Form Palkia at level 65. Then in the final Bath of Tenacity, she uses a level 75 Glaceon. So much like Adaman with Leafeon, her signature Pokemon is her Glaceon. We have the first Warden of the Pearl Clan, that being Leon. Leon is only battled once in the main story, where his only Pokemon is a level 15 Goomy. Then he can be battled as part of the Battle of Tenacity, where in his final battle he uses a level 73 Hisuian Goodra. Then of course it is important to note that he is in service to Cleavor. With all these appearances, we can see that Hisuian Goodra, or a member of its line, is his signature Pokemon. We next have Warden Caliba, the oldest living Pokemon character by natural means. She only has one Pokemon, that being her Bibarel, that is never actually used in battle. Then of course she also does serve as Warden to Ursaluna, which I think either Bibarel or Ursaluna would be a perfect pick for Caliba as her signature Pokemon. We next move on to one of the prettiest designs in all of Pokemon, and I will take that to my deathbed, that being Palina of the Pearl Clan. Palina only has one Pokemon, that being her Hisuian Growlithe, that is never actually battled with. Then of course she is also the Warden in service to Hisuian Arcanine. With both of these Pokemon, it is important to note that her signature Pokemon will be her Hisuian Growlithe or Hisuian Arcanine. The next Warden that we were going to cover would have been Ingo. However, I told everyone earlier in the video that Ingo is actually going to be covered in the Unova video, so he's not here. We next have Hisuian boyfriend number 2, that being Garrick. Surprisingly, really steamy for an Ice-type trainer. In his initial battle at the Avalug's Legacy, he does use a level 48 Glalie. Then he is also featured in the Path of Tenacity, where he uses a level 74 Glalie in the final battle. Then, of course, he's also in service to Hisuian Avalugg, which doesn't technically play a role here. With these appearances, we can see that his signature Pokemon will be his Glalie. We next move on to the Misfortunes. We will start with Charm, the leader and eldest of the Misfortunes. In her final main game appearance, her battle shows her with a level 62 Gengar as her ace, with the Rhyhorn closely behind by 1 level. Then in the rematch, her ace will be her Gengar again, but this time at a level as high as level 65. Plainly put, Gengar is Charm's ace Pokemon. We next have Clover of the Misfortunes, who, just like her ancestor, has an affinity for Ice-type Pokemon. In her only main story battle at the Firespit Mountain, her only Pokemon is her level 35 Abomasnow. In the postgame, her Abomasnow can be as high as level 65, much like Charm, making this her signature Pokemon. We have the final member of the Misfortune, that being Coin. In Coin's final main story battle at the Firespit Island, she will use a level 34 Toxicroak. This Toxicroak does appear in her rematch team and can be as high as level 65, making this her signature Pokemon. We next have the Galaxy members Akari and Rai, when they are the companion characters in the game. In their final game battle, in the Jubilife City battle, they will have a fully evolved Sinnoh starter, which will depend on who you picked as starter as the main character, and a Pikachu tied at level 63, making either of these her signature Pokemon. We next have the big baddie of the game, Pokemon wielder Volo. In the final battle before the end of the game, in the Salacion Ruins, we will see a tie between his Togepi and his Gible at level 22. In part of his next battle, it's going to be a 6-way tie between Spiritomb, Roserade, Togekiss, Hisuian Arcanine, Lucario, and a Garchomp, all at level 68. In part 2 of his battle, he has a Giratina in both his Origin and original forms at level 70. So with this one, I'm actually going to go ahead and make it a two-way tie between Togepi and Gibble, or Togekiss and Garchomp. We move back to the Galaxy team to Captain Zissou of the Security Corps. In her initial battle in the training ground, she can be battled with a level 78 Hisuian Zoroark, which is a nice call to Hisuian Sinnoh. She also appears in the Path of Tenacity, where in her final team it changes drastically from her initial battle. In her final battle, she actually has a two-way tie at level 76 between a Drifblim and an Infernape. So, by my rules, she technically would have all three of these Pokemon as her signature Pokemon, with each of them appearing once, but I'm actually going to break away from my rules for Zissou. I think the only reason they switched her Pokemon was to match Flint's team in original Diamond and Pearl games for nostalgia purposes, so I'm going to disregard this and place Hisuian Zoroark as her signature Pokemon. We will next move on to the leader of the Medical Corps in the Galaxy team, that being Picel. Although she is never battled, Picel only has one Pokemon, that being a Croagunk given to her by the player throughout the game, making this her signature Pokemon. We next move on to Benny, the owner and operator of the Wallflower Canteen and Kamado's right-hand man. In the last main game appearance, it's at the Stone Portal, where he uses a Gallade and a Gardevoir at level 64. He's also battled in the Path of Tenacity, where he will use a Gallade and a Gardevoir again at level 77 this time. Just like his ancestor, Wally and Benny will both use Gallade and Gardevoir as their signature Pokemon. Then, of course, the final character we are going to discuss will be Rai of the Agriculture Corps. He is only battled once, and this shows him using a wild level 62 Lucario, making this his signature Pokemon, much like any other Aura Guardian. Alright you guys, thank you so much for, that was a loud clap, thank you so much for coming to my video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, follow, do all that fun stuff, and I will see you in the next one.